Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this narration of the web novel Humans Don't Make Good Familiars, taken from Reddit with the author's approval. If you're new to the series, the playlist is linked in the description. And as always, I hope that you enjoy. There were beings from another world that found their way to ours. They were seemingly unstoppable. Fearless warriors of incomparable power, they called themselves Vikings. Did you say Vikings? I half yelled. All of the things that she could have said, that was definitely not on my list of potential guesses. Suma's head pulled back quickly. Yes, she said hesitantly. Have you heard of them? She said, seemingly realized. In a manner of speaking, yes. They invaded my homeland over 1,000 years ago, although we called them the Danes and the Northmen. So their wrath has made it to your world as well. They were ruthless on my world. Was it the same for yours? She didn't have lips, but based on the tone, I could just imagine her spitting out their names. Her voice was almost spiteful, as if they were the world's equivalent to Nazis. Yeah, they came out of nowhere and conquered as they went. They would attack, raid, and loot everything, and take as many people for slaves as they could. Men, women, and even children. Didn't matter to them. I told her everything I remembered from the history class, but that wasn't much. I think they mostly attacked port cities, though. I can't say that I paid much attention to the stories from my arcane history class, but that definitely sounds like them, with one major difference, Sua said. What? They didn't take slaves, really? I guess that makes sense, your species is rather small. I nodded my head, thinking about it. They did eat a lot of people, though, she mentioned. What? I yelled, too loudly, and several Niama looked at us, startled. They didn't do that in your world, she wondered. Not that I know of, I said. I thought about it for a moment, and I reasoned that the Vikings probably couldn't understand Suma like I can, meaning to them, they were just birds with magic. Hopefully, that's what happened anyways. Well, I wouldn't put it past them, Suma scoffed, but really, it was more of a chirp. Hey, Suma, I want to practice my magic a bit. Can you give me some pointers? I asked, changing the topic to something less disgusting than cannibalism. Suma hesitated for a moment. I can try, but chaos magic is very different from order magic. What I know may not translate very well. Well, you showed me how to use summoning magic. Can't be that different, I pointed out. True, Suma said. I guess there is no harm in trying. And I guess that I need my new sword and shield too, I added. Yes, we need to do that before you leave today, or we'll at least find a place for my home to store it safely, she said. I'll fly ahead and summon you once I'm in the training area. With that, Suma spread her wings and took off. While waiting, I thought that it would be fun to try out some magic. Okay then, something simple, water from the air. I started closing my eyes and reaching out my hand into a pool of energy, just like I did when Suma tested to see where my magic was coming from. After I felt the power start to flow, I pictured water vapor accumulating in my hand. I pictured it taking the shape of a ball. When I opened my eyes, a small baseball-sized orb of water was floating just in front of me. I played with it for a moment, stretching it out, compressing it flat. I even froze it and then finally turned it to steam. Just as I had done that, Suma said that she had arrived and began summoning me. Hey, you! Someone yelled from behind me. Yes, I said as I turned around to see who it was. But just as I did, I felt something big and heavy hit my face, hard. Then everything went black. End of chapter. Chapter 29. Hey, you! Someone yelled from behind me. Yes, I said as I turned around to see who it was. Just as I did, I felt something big and heavy hit my face, hard. Then everything went black. The next thing I remember was Suma standing over me, panicking and casting some kind of magic. Also, my nose was in tremendous pain. Oh! I groaned and grabbed my nose. Jake, thank goodness, you had me worried there for a second. You collapsed just after appearing, and blood started pouring out of your face. I cast healing on you, but I'm not overly familiar with your biology, so I couldn't reset your nose. What happened? Suma said in a panicked voice. I think I just got hey-you'd, I said. There was a moment of silence before Suma replied, Hey-you'd? It means someone called my attention, then hit me as soon as I turned around, I explained. I examined my nose. It was definitely broken and with obscene amounts of pain. And my eyes were watering and my whole face throbbed. Suma, I need you to set my nose. I'll explain how. Thankfully, After I first got summoned all those years ago, I did a lot of research into first aid treatment. I explained to Suma as much as I knew, and instructed her how to reset my nose by pushing it back into place. I couldn't tell, but that part seemed to make her uneasy. I also explained how human bones grow and repair themselves just in case that I had any facial damage that the broken nose was distracting me from feeling. After a few quick spells, and a lot of screaming on my part when she reset my nose, I was all patched up and very tired. Suma, why am I so suddenly exhausted? Healing takes energy. You probably burned through quite a few calories when I healed you. You should be fine after some food and rest, at least. That's how it is with Nyama, she explained. Makes sense, I said, laying on the ground on my back. I think maybe you should set me back before I fall asleep here. You don't want to find out who, healed you? Suma asked. Not right now, I said, half asleep. I know he said that we would teach you magic, but I think maybe we should do it after you recover, Suma suggested. I didn't say anything back. I just grunted in agreement. Suma sent me back after that, and I reappeared back in my living room, still lying on the floor. Normally, I'd be asleep in my bed, but instead I just grabbed one of the pillows from the couch and a blanket, and I slept on the floor so that I didn't have to move. I woke up 10 hours later, absolutely starving, but with more energy and no pain. I ate 5 granola bars and 2 cups of instant ramen, a whole box of Pop-Tarts, and a bowl of cereal. Then I decided to call Suma and tell her that I was awake. Suma, I just woke up. I'm feeling a lot better. There was no response. I figured that she might be in the sleep, so I would just call her later. I checked the time, 12:39 a.m. Well then, there goes my normal sleep schedule, I said disappointedly. All the time in Suma's world is messing with my body's clock. I wondered to myself if Suma's world proper name was, as it hadn't occurred to me to ask. I decided that I would the next time I saw her. I checked my phone for the first time since I woke up. It said that I had 12 missed calls from work and 3 from family and friends. Great, I moaned. I can't call them back now, they're all asleep. I guess I can later. Until then, I had some cleaning and junk to do. I put away my dishes and searched for cool names for my sword and shield online and topped it all off with watching TV until 9 a.m. Finally, I called most of the people who called me. It was mostly my mom asking how my day was and a friend wanting to know if I was free that weekend. But I knew my work wasn't calling about that. I'd missed an entire day and hadn't called anyone to let them know that I wasn't coming in. I called my boss back at about 11 o'clock and prepared myself for the worst. Jake, he answered the phone. Hi, Mr. Vidal, I said, trying to sound much more calm than I actually was. Jake, are you okay? You missed work yesterday and you didn't call anyone, he asked. Sorry about that. I was with a friend and someone knocked me out. I spent several hours passed out from pain meds. I only just woke up last night at midnight, I explained. You were attacked? Are you all right? He asked. I'm fine now. The doctor had thought that I broke my nose, but luckily I got away with a mild concussion, I lied. You shouldn't sleep with a concussion, Jake, Mr. Vidal said. Yeah, but those meds didn't give me much choice, I laughed. Well, are you going to be able to come into work today? He asked. Yes, sir. I'll see you in a bit, I said. We said goodbye, and I hung up the phone. I decided to try and call Suma again. Hey, Suma, are you there? I heard a yawn, followed by a, Hey, Jake, feeling better? Yeah, I'm fine now. Hey, can you summon me in about 10 minutes? Sure, I guess. Why? She asked. I want to name my sword and shield, and I finally picked them, and I just need a few minutes to get ready. Okay, she said. Just let me know when you're ready. With that, I went around my house, grabbing a few things I thought might come in handy and throwing them into my backpack. Okay, Suma, I'm ready. End of chapter. This is a special thank you to the one, the only, the legendary Eric Hino, who has become the only Tier 6 patron. I just want to thank the T5 patrons and channel members. Bob the Dragon, Cam Maxwell, Casper Arnolds, Estrella the Dreamer, Tryagain95, Fudic Yol, Meridian117, Alithia, Jordan Bucksborn, Angry Marine, Albarden Gusta, and Barkey. Thank you very much. And that, my friends, concludes this video. I hope that you enjoyed. There are links down below, both to support this channel and for the author of this fiction. Anyways, I hope you all have a fantastic one, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.